Hey guys, Grandpa Vic here. Sorry, Grandpa. Grandpito. I am. The Vic is in the driveway, so Grandpito. That's what my grandkids call me. Grandma Vic is behind the camera.
Hello.
Hi. Anyways, I'm not working on the Vic tonight. This is about the RCs. This is about my Mayhem that's been around for 20 years. I literally put this away in 2004. I beat the dog out of it. I actually have another one in the other shed. I don't feel like going and getting it, so you just have to look at this one. This is my baby. This is actually serial number 953. How many they made, because I really don't care. This was my first Nitro. But I literally dug out a brand new body out of the box just recently. I'm sure a few of you have seen the video. My grandson's coming tomorrow. He's going to help me mock up some of the stuff from the Crown Vic for the Ls3 swap. Then we're going to make a video on beating the snot out of this thing. I'm literally putting the engine together tonight. One of my sleeves actually has some good pinch in it. Look at that. See the pinch? See that pinch? It's actually got some good pinch in it still. So we're going to put it together tonight. Go ahead and get it in here and get it ready. Funny thing is, this is kind of off. Well, no, it's part of it. A friend of mine from North Carolina that came from North Carolina and moved to Florida. He was running RC cars. Now I'm from Fort Lauderdale. He went down there. He literally gave me this. It's a Sanyo glow charger with a charger. I'm not going to use it anymore. I bought a new one. I threw it in my box. I haven't used it, haven't touched it since 2004. This is 2024. I just plugged in to charge it the other night. I was curious. Is it any good? You tell me. Okay, that's what I said. Just some stank subsea battery glow plug igniter that works. Now I was watching one of the other channels. I'm sorry, I just had a mini stroke just recently, so I can't think of the name of the channel I was watching, but I think it was Nitros with Todd. I think we were talking. Me and him messaged back and forth, but he was telling me that if you put these away discharged, that would last indefinite. Well, this one lasted 20 years, so I just plugged it in I charged it the other day, and it works. Who knew? I didn't. I beat the dog out of this thing 20 years ago. I raced it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Saturday we raced, put the telemetry in there, and we beat the dog snot off of it. But I put it away. You know, family happens, so we put it away. I ended up buying another one 15 years ago. What are you eating? Sorry, got our puppy out here. I bought another one off of eBay. I paid like $120 for it and got it. Didn't have an engine, but it had everything else. This, 13 years ago, I rebuilt the whole thing. Whole brand new chassis, all of the pro stuff. All the metal stuff in here was pro except the 5mm shock supports. Everything in here is brand new. I literally changed everything. I even put a new fuel tank in here. But if you look, this is actually,
Sorry.
sorry, this is actually 953 of the however many they built. I don't know how many they built. I really don't care. This was mine. I was 953. But 13 years ago, I was able to actually find a lot of stuff on eBay. The actual chassis, if you look at it, come here. If you actually look at it, see all this stuff? The original Sportwerks Mayhem chassis didn't have all this. Now, this is actually a Sportwerks Turmoil, which is the next model, forward center of gravity, where it actually moved this forward, because it was back here. It moved it forward for better center of gravity. So I literally took all this stuff here and changed everything. I put metal differential covers front rear. I mean, I went through both of these, bought brand new parts, put the Sportwerks turmoil, forward center of gravity parts on it, the Pro. I did not put the cheap ready to run parts on it. Both of these have been built with Pro parts, except where I was able to get the better parts. I pulled it out, put a brand new engine on it. Well, I'm sorry, I put a new piston sleeve in it. I put a brand new Mach 26 in it. Beat the dog snot out of it with the grandkids for a few nights. Didn't worry about it, didn't care, didn't break it in. I was listening to my grandkids scream and laugh and chase the car and have fun. The $170 I spent went out the window because I didn't care. My boys were having fun, that's all I cared about. So, I ended up with a tore up engine. But, this is one of the sleeves that's still good off the other engine, because if you look at that, it still got some really good pinch. Really good pinch. Look at that. So, I'm going to assemble that engine tonight. That way tomorrow I can do it live. And one of my grandkids is coming over. He was 6 when I ran this car last time. He's 5 or 6. The funny thing is he still remembers it screaming down that dirt road we lived on. We just called him a little bit ago and he's like, yeah, I'll come over. I want to run it. All right. Yeah.
And he's going on 17.
He's 17 now.
No, he's going on 17.
That's what I say, he's going on 17. And he was like 6 or 7 back then. He was little. He remembers it though. So now we're pulling it back out and we're fixing to have the 20 freaking year anniversary of it, because I put this back away in 2004. Like I said, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I would test and tune it. Saturday I would run it. But family got in the way, so we put it away. And then we moved to North Carolina. The guy that left North Carolina and moved to Fort Lauderdale actually gave me an OS21 turbo that I have in the other shed, which I showed on one of my other videos. He just gave it to me. He's like, I'm not going to run this, you can have it. But he also gave me this gold plug igniter and charger for free. And it still works. So, you never know. Anyways, we're going to put this pig together. But I stopped at the hobby store today on the way home. I was anally protruded. You ever heard of a female having bacon? I got some bacon now. They didn't even spit on it. Be gentle. Be gentle. No, I'm just playing. Seriously. I'm just playing. We got some parts here I'm going to show you. I picked up a few things. Dumped a chunk of my paycheck, but I'm gonna show it to you real fast before we assemble this thing right here. So, anyways, you seen the Vic? Got me a hump pack. Picked me up one of them antique hump packs, so that's what I am. I'm antique. This is what we used to use. For you guys that don't know about this, no 5 cell. I think it's a 6 volt. Not sure. Don't care. This is what we used to use. But, yeah, 6 volt. This is the hump pack we used to use for the receiver. So, I stopped and got one from them guys. It's got the old receiver plug. I'm not sure about the new ones because I haven't seen them yet. Remember, I've been at it for 20 years. I'm brand new at this, so I had to actually buy a old school nickel metal hydride or NiCad charger. So, but by the way, my wife has a Tamiya. It's an antique van body. It's a street car. It's a 10 scale, but it has the van body. Now the funny thing is we actually took it out and we branded a dog out of it. Man, that thing was fast. It was fast. Well, we were running around. I had 91 Thunderbird at the time, and we were running around. My wife turned. It turned so fast, she ran it up underneath the cross member of my car. It slammed up under the engine. Me and who was with us that day? There's me, you, and somebody else. I don't remember who it was. It was another person. We're talking 20, 22 years ago. But we literally had to pick up on the fender of the Thunderbird. We had to pick up, and then she was able to back the man out of it. She backed it out from under it, and we went back to beating the snot out of it. That thing was actually pretty fast. We tried to upgrade it, but even back then, it was discontinued. Everything was old. We still have it out there. All we gotta do is drop batteries in it. We can run it. I don't know how long we can run it before it falls apart, but we ran it for a little while and put it away. So.
We had the cops in the parking, I remember.
Yeah, we actually had, we were at a gigantic, up here it would be a mall parking lot. Down there it was just a little freaking ridiculous plaza. In Fort Lauderdale, they're gigantic. We had enough room, we ran them. And ran the dog out of them. Well, up here, it's a mall parking lot. Down there is just a little crappy
plaza.
Just a little street plaza. They were gigantic down there. It was actually down there off Sterling Road in Fort Lauderdale. But
I
it was,
used to go and enjoy watching them.
We actually had a lot of cops. You actually come there and they would park and watch us run.
Mm-hmm.
They would laugh and giggle and get out and talk to us. And of course, one night we had one that I guess he didn't get laid. Oh, you can't be here. You gotta get permission from the people that. Shut up, dude. That own the plaza and I could fine you and take you to jail for trespassing and whatever, dude. Whatever. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's what we did. Then, also today I picked up a old school charger. It's an old, well, they just got it, it's brand new, but it's a nickel metal hydride / nickel cadmium charger. Got to charge up the hump pack before I can run it. All this new stuff is, what do they call it? High current or high value or whatever stuff. It's actually for me to upgrade this, so I have to get a high voltage. That's what it is. A high voltage servos and all that different stuff and this and that. I'm not doing that right now. But this is the charger. I got it. It was like $25. See, $25 for my receiver pack. That way I can actually run it. That way, when I pull this pig out, this is my old school. Very old school. But problem is the old ones took a dumbass amount of AA batteries. Took 8 AA batteries. Now I haven't switched over to the LiPo batteries because they're expensive and I haven't done it yet. I'm just trying to get this pig up and have fun with it. But that's why I bought the charger for the original hump pack and all this and that and the other and receiver. Look, still got the receiver. You actually take a screwdriver and change the settings on it. I gotta put that back in there because it doesn't have one. I tore it out of there thinking I was gonna upgrade it. You know what? I'm not upgrading crap right now. I'm gonna pull it out, crank it up, run it, beat the snot out of it, and pray everything works. If it don't, guess what? The guy at the local hobby store actually made me this. It actually goes from the Dean's plug to the, oh, I put it away, never mind. But the actual plug that goes to the old receiver pack, he actually soldered it up and everything and wrapped it up and heat shrinked it. And that dude was cool, man. The Hobby Town USA over there on Rayford Road in Fayetteville.
On Ramsey.
Or on Ramsey and Fayetteville. Man, if you're in the area, them guys over there are cool as crap. They told us about a track out in actual Rayford, North Carolina, where they actually run the 10th. It's almost an 8th scale. Them guys over there are cool, so.
Which they're planning to move to Bragg Boulevard downtown.
They're moving to Bragg Boulevard downtown
within 3 to 4 weeks.
In fall.
Yeah.
He said in the fall.
No, he said 3 to 4 weeks. He
well,
told me.
He told me the fall, so I don't know. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But those guys are cool, man. I mean, he soldered us together and put it together because it had a different tip on it and everything. He didn't charge me anything for it, wrapped it, and heat shrink it. And them guys are cool as crap. So if you're in Fayetteville or close to Fayetteville and you want to stop at Hobbytown USA on Ramsey Street, just go in there. Don't tell them you've seen it here. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Just go in there and hook them guys up, man. Them guys are cool as shit. I mean, 20 years out of the hobby and go up in there and them guys help me the way they did and explain stuff to me. After 20 years, the way stuff's changed, that's a lot. Imagine being with your woman, 20 years later, you show up and try to figure out how to take care of her. You ain't seen her in 20 years. Listen, her tastes have changed, everything's changed. You don't know how to do anything, and you're probably a piece of garbage in her eyes by now, but you're still trying to make it happen. That's how the mayhem is for me. You're trying to drive me. I can't believe it. I'm just playing. Seriously. No, if you're in Fayetteville, North Carolina, Hobbytown USA on Ramsey Street, go in there and see them guys, man. They're cool.
This is our dog Riley. That's our baby right there. That's the barker. The one that barks constantly. See? There he goes. He loves playing with his toys. Look at him. He's waiting on Daddy to bring him some water.